Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. So today, let's talk about Trump rally. Actually, the one in Oklahoma, not the Arizona one. I haven't watched that yet. So before I get into today's topic though, if you haven't, please follow me on Twitter at Random Yoko. I am most active and responsive on Twitter, so do that before you forget. And for those who are new here, I am Yoko. I'm Japanese. I was born and raised here in Japan, and I've lived all my life here in my mother country, and I've been a huge Trump supporter since 2015. So with that being said, so did you guys see the rally in Oklahoma? That was amazing. So I'm a huge fan of the United States and also President Trump, so I was really happy to see the symbolic reopening of the US and President Trump with high energy. President Trump that day at the rally is the definition of high energy. I was actually surprised, like, was he this energetic? Was he this youthful? I got the impression that he even like leveled up or something. And also I saw some pictures from the rally, and you can see that there are black people that are Trump supporters at the rally. The caption is like, what CNN doesn't want you to know, you know, from the rally. But that's exactly it. There are black people that support President Trump, and somehow though the rhetoric of the mainstream media or the leftists in general, they're desperately trying to depict the picture that all black people are against President Trump due to Black Lives Matter movement. I think though that the rally itself just, you know, refuted that. I saw this news coverage though on YouTube like briefly, and I believe that was ABC, but they said that Trump team ignored the guidance of Oklahoma health officials on the spread of COVID-19. Like, they were basically criticizing the mass gatherings of Trump's side. When I saw that, I was like, like, they are so biased. I don't recall the mainstream media criticizing the mass gatherings of Antifa people or Black Lives Matter people. They're not criticizing those gatherings, and they're somehow criticizing Trump rally, which took place like way later. Mood. Especially now, there are news coming out about the protesters, you know, of Black Lives Matter. The protesters are getting infected by COVID-19. There are 13 protesters in South Carolina tested positive of COVID-19. The news that I read stated that there are 26 states of the US in which the spread is confirmed. I'm just trying to make the point that the mainstream media in the US is biased. President Trump proposed that he will make flag burning illegal. Making flag burning illegal, that is such a great idea. I mean, part of me is like, why wasn't there a law like that? But at the same time, I'm like, who would burn the flag of your own nation, right? In Japan though, by the way, there are leftists that burn the pictures of our emperor at the time of the World War II. They are brainwashed by the war guilt. Oh, and what kind of shocked me in a good way was President Trump talking about Joe Biden. President Trump called Joe Biden a helpless puppet of the radical left. Woo! When I heard that, I was like, wow! He really said that at the rally, like, oh, wow. That would never happen in my country. I really love how President Trump is outspoken and straightforward. Like me. Helpless puppets of the radical left. That's so true, you know? I'm a conservative here in Japan, and you know, the fellow conservatives here are saying that Biden is pro-China and we don't want the US president to be pro-China like Biden. And if I remember correctly, President Trump repeatedly used the term radical left, and that was really refreshing to me because our politicians here in Japan would never call a certain group of people or certain politician that way. It's just a category of people, right? And that is even based on the facts, but especially here in Japan, we can't use that. There's this symbolic case in Japan where our Prime Minister Abe was making a speech during the election period. He was making the atmosphere very energetic and hot and really passionate and so on, and he said, "We cannot get defeated by those people." And the supporters were like, yeah, right? It means more in the tone of like, people like them. You could say it's like in an insulting way, but just like you feel the distance, right? We are not gonna get defeated by people like them, like right? Like there's a rejection. And the mainstream media kept bashing and bashing. Of course, it's an election. You're not gonna get defeated by those people. However, they try to like make it bigger than it is. But so I can't even imagine our prime minister saying the radical left. The political correctness here is that strong, and for that I really admire President Trump, your leader that you picked and will pick again. You know, some of you may have a wrong picture of Japan, like Japanese people being all peaceful and nice to each other. That's wrong. Some people are really radical. Especially several decades ago, like in the 60s or 70s, the leftists were so radical that they were killing each other or they were killing cops. So liberalism or communism is a disease, in my opinion. It makes you crazy. And lastly, I also saw the news about AOC tweeting about the vacant seats. So I'm Japanese in Japan, so I have no idea how the reservations of rallies work. So I can't say much, but so for the rally in Oklahoma, Trump team said that there was 1 million booking for the rally, and then the rally took place and there were vacant seats, and then AOC tweeted and said that K pop fans and TikTok users rocked to, you know, fake reserving the seats. I don't even know if the vacant seats came from that, but what happened here in Japan is that the mainstream media covered the rally in Oklahoma, and how they laid out what happened was Trump team exaggerated that there was 1 million booking, and then bam, the rally happens and there are vacant seats. So basically they wanted to show that Trump team exaggerated and he's not as popular as the team says. That's the picture that they are trying to deliver to our citizens here in Japan. The mainstream media here are partnered with the media outlets in the US. Sometimes they do, but mostly they don't go to the US, or they don't have correspondents in the US. They just have partners in the US, so they get information from them and use the same logic and information, footage, pictures, everything, especially about you know, the news about the US. The mainstream media here import the news coverage from the US and translate that to Japanese and report here. So automatically it's left biased. So for that, I'm really hoping that there will be more partners of the conservative side. You know, the left is actually winning in the information war. I feel we really need to establish connections and share information. But considering that President Trump really is the hope for the world, not just for America, but he's the hope for the world, because it was Donald Trump who rose in the US. People in my country or in other countries, we are like, whoa, we have allies in the US, and I feel like the world started to shift to a better place. I'm really happy though that Trump rallies are back. Depending on the COVID-19 situation though, gatherings might be difficult again, like who knows. But even remotely, President Trump's energy, it's just infectious. His high energy is infectious. Like, look at me now. I'm in Japan, like you guys are here, I am here, like so like Pacific Ocean, but it reaches here, you know. When President Trump shows the way, that's how you defeat those Antifa and BLM rioters. We are humans and we get triggered easily and we get caught up in arguments prepared by the left side, but I try not to get engaged in that because that's a trap, right? So really what we need to do, I think, is to support President Trump with his rally and spreading his words. That's how we win, and that's how the free world wins. And the reason why I say the free world is it's becoming more clear and clear that the leftists in the US, especially the rioters, are indeed communists. So the free world must unite. And so please do not forget about your allies here in Asia, okay? We are fighting against the communist regime of China altogether in Asia and so forth. So, but anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And creating this content is what I do for a living. So if you can, please support me on Patreon. And also, I'm a spiritual abstract artist. So if you are into art, please check out my abstract art. I sell that on Etsy. So please check out the link below. And if you miss me, follow me on Twitter at Random Yoko. So please take care, okay? I will talk to you soon. Bye!